Bannockburn, North Geelong 3-20. Start of the second term, Marley Swain back there for North Geelong starting the ruck. Brandon Dorber for Bannockburn as they were in the first term. Pye throws the ball in the air. Swain goes up early. Dorber gets a hand to it. Through the middle, Padani. Handball was chopped off. Still got some time though for Tula. Wheels back on the left. Hits Heath in the back of his head nearly. He didn't know it was coming. Harvey breaks free. Then he drops the footy. Umpire says he's been pretty consistent on that. So the free kick will go to Alistair Woods in the middle for Bannockburn. Drives it quickly towards half forward. Standing ground, no mark taken by Paddy Dillon. Out the back though. They got away through Reynolds. Towards centre wing. Handball. Came back quickly. And that came from Koshel. Towards Swain. And also Pittman in there for North Geelong. Wrapped up by Watts and Dwayne Broome. The umpire will come in. Dorber makes his ground up to do the ruck contest. They go up. Swain gets it down. Watts. He might have hurt himself too, Swain. He gets up a bit gingerly. Pack develops again. Around for Tula and Brady Watts. The umpire will come in and do it all again. Still on centre wing. Swain goes up. Dorber gets it down. Rove by Fitzsimmons, not going anywhere. Umpire says play on. Pittman rove the pack. Then he threw the ball to Harvey. Yeah, said the umpire. Free kick. Bannockburn to take it. So Sheedy with the free kick for the Tigers. Goes towards Dando on a lead. Sits it up. He can't take the mark. Got one high, said the umpire. Right there at the action. So Dando
presented well, hasn't he?
He has. He's done well. So he takes the free kick. And he goes towards the lead of Hammond. There, as Cal was saying, just 3 or 4 metres short that ball. Set a bit of a task for Hammond. He couldn't pick it up, but it roves by Dwayne Broome. Left foot kick never misses like that, Dwayne Broome. And he's off the side of the pack, has kicked the goal.
Burn, first of the second quarter. And Dorber and Swain back in the middle. Ball thrown up, not a high throw up this time. It comes out. Bannockburn looked like they were going to have it, but Harvey emerges with it. He does well. Fends off the first tackle. Able to get through. Watts gets the ball out. Goes towards Dillon. He's over the top of the ball. Needs to release it. Goes towards Sheedy. See a bit of a scrum underneath there. So the ball's kept alive and it's well done. It's worked out well by North Geelong. Ends up with Fitzsimmons. Kicks off the side of his boot. Goes towards centre wing. Bounces up. Actually a bad bounce there for North Geelong, but Cashell's able to go back and collect it with pace. Now he releases the ball. He actually let it go back to Harvey. Harvey's kick smothered there by Woods. Goes back to Harvey. Now with Fatula on the right foot. Goes towards the half forward line. Dando in front. Woods does well and takes the mark. So Woods for the North Geelong side with the mark just inside defensive 50. Handball goes outside. Running player Reynolds has time and steadies and goes towards centre wing looking for Bryant. Bit too strong. Ends up with Cashel who doesn't pick the ball up. Just failing to find the speed of the game there. It looked like Aaron Cashel, but he's up. He's got a free kick for a push to the back. So from centre wing. Kick doesn't have a lot of carry on him. Fitzsimmons again reads that flight well and slips in and takes the mark. Had Swain wide if he wanted him, but ignored that. Now the short kick comes in, goes towards Elsey. Coming across is Dillon. He takes the mark for Bannockburn. Well, I don't know if he's ready to give the handball then, but Woods has accepted it. Now he's got pressure from behind. Goes towards Bryant in the middle of the ground. I think Toddy the body nearly knocked him over then. Goes back towards Hess. He's underneath there. Sheedy's working well at ground level. Umpire will come in and take possession of the ball. So back in the centre square we are. Half forward line, or half forward flank. Ball thrown in the air. This time Dorber over the top, gets it towards Padani, hands off towards Fatula, able to scrub a kick forward, goes towards Swenderson and Dillon, Shane it is. His handball goes over the top, coming out is Paddy Dillon, he can't take the clean pick up. Shane, his cousin, goes back and gets it. Now it's with Paddy, good handball outside. Dillon goes in towards the goal square, doesn't have enough carry on it. Fry has actually dropped a kick there. Eddie's kicked the ball off the ground, runs back towards the goal square, and Kane Swenderson quite happy to see the ball run through for a...
From fullback for North Geelong. Called to kick it in. Does so now. Lex to go to the outer side. Half-back flank looking for Swain. Dorber against him. Swain made up the ground. Didn't take the mark though. His second effort was pretty good. He needs some support. Can he get around Dorber? He can't. But he gets a handball free towards Bryant to run onto it. But Bannockburn had the numbers. They got back there pretty quick in defence. And was that a high tackle? The umpire said no. Play on. Schwenderson's across there for North Geelong as well. And... ball spills free in the end. Padani gets back there for Bannockburn. So still on centre wing. Draws it back inboard. Dangerous kick. Has to be good here. No mark taken. North Geelong might switch it back towards centre half forward. Dillon backed himself but couldn't pick it up. And now they can break through de Blasio. 45 metres out. Right foot kick close to the line. Parker shepherds it nicely. And North Geelong kick the goal through de Blasio.
To the opposition side.
Ball back in the middle of the ground. Dorber up against Swain. Ball comes down towards Watts. He can't take the ball cleanly. But Brady Watts, I should have said. And now Fatula puts his head over the ball. But again, no player can converge with it. I think it was Swennison's. Comes out to Swain. Handball through the legs. Ends up with Van Creeken, who runs through from centre wing. Goes forward looking for Parker. Doesn't read the flight of the ball. It's well done by Matty Watts. He kicks back towards centre wing. Mark has been taken there by Dillon. So Pat Dillon, centre wing. Has plenty of players up forward. Needs to get the ball moving quickly. That's where he's going now, towards centre half forward. Fatula's the target. Nicely weighted kick. And the mark's been taken by Fatula. Plays on and kicks round the corner. Goes towards Broome. Had more time than that, I thought, but risky kick had the effect. And Dwayne Broome has taken the mark about 10 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle.
I must admit, I've been very, very impressed with Paddy Dillon's game today. He's been able to put himself in the right places and his kicks have been fantastic. Also, I just want to know, Dale, where is Lincoln Peters?
Injured.
Okay.
Grey top, black hat. So Dwayne Broome, he kicks his second goal of the quarter, and Bannockburn's fifth. They move.
Swain and Dorber both get a hand to it. Watts did well. Handballed it. Fitzsimmons, forward of the footy, left foot kick. Goes inside 50. Dillon, de Blasio. Elsie comes out as well. And de Blasio folds it up second effort. Cross half forward. Handball back. It's okay. Heath back towards... Oh, they've turned the ball over though. And Dillon has to be quick now. Goes towards the middle. Coming out. Hammond can't take the mark. Front and centre was okay for Bannockburn. They had the numbers if they can pick it up. They can't do so. Has he hatched it? The umpire said yes, he has. Very theatrical umpire for holding the ball. And Brent Schwennison gets up with the free kick.
It's been good for North Geelong this year, Brent.
Against Padani. Now he handballs it off. Go towards the middle. Harvey takes the mark in traffic. Oh, kicks it high in the air. Mark that one. Swain comes in. Carl Watts does well. Keeps his eyes on the ball and takes the grab. Brad Watts chips the ball out wide to Dwayne Broome's had an influence in this second term. Matt Watts runs past. He elects to go with a kick though towards Fatula. Can't take the slips catch. Fletcher keeps his feet. Runs through half back. Gets around a couple. Takes him on. And then kicks it across towards Reynolds. Handballs over the top to Fletcher. Has to sit and wait. Hammond comes the other way. Does well, Fletcher. And got the free kick for a high tackle. No, the umpire said play on. Through the middle of the pack. Koshel gets it back to Kane Schwennison. Handball over the top. Fletcher on centre wing. Needs to get around Dillon. His handball missed the target. Schwennison, they're mucking around with it. Bannockburn might make them pay. Handball over the top to Hammond. He's missed a target. Goes back Reynolds to fight hard for it for North Geelong. They've got the numbers. Brent Schwennison, Kane Schwennison, handball. Back to Watts, running across defensive 50. Takes a bounce, backs himself. Goes inboard. Watts to come at it. Brad does well. Reads it nicely. Harvey. Now Brad Watts, left foot kick. High towards full forward. Fatula with the run at it. Can't take the mark. Forward Eddie. Handball over the top. Goes towards the 10-metre square. Oh, it sits in the arms. And Ross Dando has kicked the goal. So...
Kicks right.
So Armistead comes back on the ground this time. Swain up over the top. Knocks the ball down. Picked up by Brady Watts. Tries to shrug or use strength to get through. The umpire said he had no chance. And a good decision. And the umpire will take possession right back in the centre of the ground again. So Dorber up again. Does it well. Dumps the ball down. Picked up there for North Geelong. Handball comes out the back to Van Creeken. As he kicks his pressure, the ball now underneath Dorber's legs. Comes out now to Sheedy. Handball goes to Watts. Gets through the contest. Handballs back to Ross Dillon. So he's on his natural side. Goes into the half-forward line. Goes looking for Dwayne Broome. Over the top, Jared Bryant. Unfortunately, Bryant went to ground. Broome stayed on his feet. Picks the ball up in the half-forward line. Kicks in towards the goal square. Mark required. Goes towards Dando. The ball gets through that contest. Fletcher actually didn't pick the ball up. Picked up by Dillon. Goes back to Dillon. So that was Shane to Paddy. Kicks round the corner and goes through for a minor score.
So Bryant with the football. At full back for North Geelong. Chips it in towards Armistead. Just back on the ground for Reynolds. Takes the mark. Chips the ball over the top to Harvey. He's at defensive 50. Plays on quickly. Down the ground towards Fitzsimmons on a lead. Making up ground Woods, but not quick enough. Fitzsimmons takes the mark now. Left foot kick to Elsie, who goes up. Oh, good mark. In front of Travis Grigg. And Toddy the Body should shoot for goal here. 50 out directly in front. It's easy footy when you actually keep the ball, Cal, isn't it?
That's right. The ball's really well moved and It's just good skills from Fitzsimmons being able to take the grab and quickly swing on your left. It's a great luxury to have.
So Todd Elsey, 45 metres out directly in front, comes in, southern end of the ground. Hasn't... Well, Briggy goes up in the square to try and take the mark. It's over their head. The long trail Bannockburn 6-6-42. Victory Trophy's second quarter scoreboard.
Matty Watts with a kick in. A nice kick comes out of defence. Goes looking for Travis Grigg. I think Bowyer underneath the ball. Handball goes off to Van Ingen. So Bannockburn in towards the centre of the ground. Mark taken by Dickers is on the ground. This kid's a bit unpredictable. He's the type of bloke that you don't know what you're going to get, but he plays well and week in, week out. Paddy Dillon can't take the mark. Goes towards Broome. Told to play on by the umpire. Kicks over the top and will try and find Eddie. Had too much carry on it. I'm going back to do the kicking in duties. Those times they've gone short. And again, this time, no, he's gone for the longer option outside 50. So it goes towards Dando. Mark's not taken out there by Friars. Has pressure now because the player's got it with Zarmestead. He's tackled there by Watts. Oh, I don't know how he did that, but he got away with it. Got the boot at the back. It was pretty clever, actually. And umpire said that was... So ruck work done by Bowyer and Dickers. He taps it down nicely. It goes back towards the centre of the ground. Dorber's going to be the first one to arrive, but Dillon comes through. The handball's good. Goes out wide towards Perkins. He's under pressure now, so they need to be clean. Dorber ends up with the ball. That wasn't a clean getaway, so the pressure comes back on Reek. He goes back to Lee Perkins, and Perkins now kicks into the half-forward line. Bowyer's going to be the first to arrive. The big fella can't get down and pick it up. Ends up with Aaron Eddy. He's tackled, brought down. The ball's been called to play on now. Bryant has the ball. A short kick into the centre of the ground. When looking for Hess, he couldn't take the mark. Woods comes through. He picks the ball up. Tries to get... That's dropping the ball umpire because he didn't get clean contact. Brady Watts emerged with it. Taken out of his hands by Padani. Again, Fitzsimmons this time. Geez, he does well in those situations. Kicks the ball towards the half-forward line. Reek's there. He needs help because over the top is Cashel. Ball's pushed out. I think it's Harvey that's there in support. So Harvey, Mark Harvey, this is not the Fremantle coach, but the young fella from Corio, Winchelsea and Corio, handballs the ball out. Dorber, great chase down for the big fella, and a free kick has been given.
Hold.
For a hold. If you've got the ball in your hand, you've got to get rid of it somehow, umpire, but the ball's now, I think it's Fitzsimmons again. He's been great, Fitzsimmons. Clearly the best player on the ground. Kicks in. Sets it up for Briggy. He's up over the top. Doesn't take the mark. Ball comes down. Ends up in the hands there of Watts. Has the ball. Runs out of defence. Has runners who we need someone to kick the ball to. Has nobody. Now looks for the longer option. Went to nobody. And Brady Watts is standing there by himself and will take the mark. So Brady Watts outside the 50. Able to put North Geelong back into attack. Fitzsimmons by himself. That's where the kick goes to. Fitzsimmons doesn't take the mark as Watts arrives. Spoils it out. Stands up in the tackle. Now he's tackled. Needs to get the ball out. Brady Watts is in there. So they got the two blokes that mean most around the ball. Umpire says it's not coming out. And will come in and take possession inside forward 50. 16 minutes gone, second quarter.
So ball up, half forward. Bowyer gets it down to the side. Fitzsimmons. Watts, handball free towards Paddy Dillon. Handball quickly to Padani. Set a task for him. Dillon followed it up. Swain just on the ground. Kick off the ground by Dillon towards half forward. Dando did pretty well in the contest. Neil Hammond, little toe poke over the top to Dwayne Broome, who has been carving them up in the second quarter. Close to the boundary line. Left foot kick around the corner if you don't mind. Dwayne Broome outside of the left boot. Dwayne Broome
and Bowyer up doing the ruck work now. Both the other big men having a spell. Ball thrown in the air. Bowyer up over the top, nice tap down, goes towards Cashel, taps it only as far as coming out there as Heath, and he kicks in towards half forward. Swain's in front, so Dillon does well from behind. Ball gets to the back, Lansbury Lowe's there, can't release the ball. Dillon, Lansbury Lowe steals it out of his hands, comes out of the contest, put it down. Now it's picked up by Reek. He tries to continually feed the ball out. Fitzsimmons is also there, and this time the umpire will come in and ball it up once again. So we're just inside forward 50. North Geelong. Plenty of numbers around the ball. Ball's tapped back, went to Fitzsimmons. He couldn't pick it up cleanly. Coming through was Dillon. Goes outside the contest. Ross Dillon comes through. He's tackled Swain. He puts the ball down. Picked up by Watts. Tackled by Dillon. Watts with strength runs through the centre of the ground. Heads towards goal. And Brady Watts, just didn't have the carry. 18 minutes. Second quarter victory trophy scoreboard.
Alistair Woods kicks in. Looks out wide. And was looking for Dean Perkins, but couldn't take the mark. Spilt the mark and spilled it over the boundary line. So a throw in. 55 around from the North Geelong goal. Bowyer goes up, gets it down. Heath gets a High kick inside, looking for Briggy, who goes up. Good mark, kept his eye on the ball, took the grab. Elsie was coming across there, Watts as well, but Briggy kept his eye on it. He's kicked 2 goals, 1. Chance for his 3rd and North Geelong's 5th of the afternoon. He'll be shooting from about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. At the southern end of the ground, Paul Briggy
Won't miss.
comes in, will miss now. Straight through, good kick. 3rd goal of the afternoon. And
with this reason that they get done around the packs so much.
yeah, they need to go to the same gym as Brady Watts, I think, Dale.
Yeah, and Derek Fitzsimmons, because those blokes get a lot of clearances through the middle of the ground.
The ball from the middle for Tula, gets it for Bannockburn, goes long towards half forward. Dando contests but can't take the mark. Slips a handball from to Michael Hammond, and that came from Charlie Dickers, and Michael Hammond has put his 3rd on the board, so very quick response for...
In the middle and tacked up Carroll. Bowyer taps it down only as far as Perkins, goes back to Dillon, has players wide, kicks forward, in front, Dwayne Broom, marks on his chest. Has players looking to lead for him, and now he goes in that direction. Dando's the target. Good mark from the big fella. Tell you what, he's
going well, isn't he?
Yeah, he is the big fella. He's always been renowned for a bit of a backline specialist, but he's presented up very, very well.
This is not the best part of his game,
This is not the best part of his game.
The marking's good, the contesting's good, the kicking's not great. There, he'll kick it now. No, he won't. That's not the best part of his game.
The full. You win some, you lose. Cameron Fletcher just outside the full forward square. Now it's been slowed up. Bannockburn covering bases. Short kick again is good. Goes towards Brady Watts, and he takes the mark. Still inside defensive 50, but control kept with North Geelong. Another good kick finds Bryant. Again, we're getting towards getting outside 50, but one more kick should just about do it. And there it is, and it goes out now, and it's wide. And Fletcher out in space by himself on the half-back line. Steps back inside. I thought he might have been called a play on there. Now he is by the umpire. Has Perkins on the mark. Goes one way, then back on his natural side. The right foot. Kicks in the middle of the ground. Finds Armistead. He plays on. Takes on Hammond. Gets around Hammond. Takes his bounce. Steadies now towards Watts. He'll need to be good through here. Does well again, the young fella. Steps back inside. He's carried that ball a long way. It's a nice looking kick. This time, I think he went looking for Parker. Dillon's there. Handball goes out towards Grigg. Grigg goes back towards Van Ingen. Back towards Reek. Now it's back towards Ross Dillon. So Dillon now from the back line. That kick wasn't good. Matty Watts is there, needs to get around the player Swain, and does so. Goes back on his right foot. His kick's not good. So the North Geelong through that Workhurst, and Fitzsimmons picks the ball up on the left foot, goes towards goal. Has it got the carry? No, it hasn't, because Ross Dillon has got back and taken the mark in the last line of defence. Transfers play to the far side of the ground. Travis Grigg takes the mark inside 50 and plays on. Goes towards centre wing. Kicks good. Dean Perkins is there. And he's been quiet today. Unusually quiet for Dean Perkins. Plays on now. Long kick. Goes in towards half forward. Dando up. Couldn't take the mark. Spoiled from behind. I thought it was okay, but it's been called back by the umpire. Must have been a sweep of the arms or something. Right, that's where he goes to. Gee, that kick wasn't real flash. Fatula had time to slip over, stand up, picks the ball up. Long kick going towards the forward line. Bowyer comes across. Hammond spoils. Picked up there by Paddy Dillon. Handball comes out to Dwayne Broom. He looks at goal. Dwayne Broom, he kicks goal number 4 for the quarter. You can have purple.
Margin out to 27 points. Bannockburn with the lead. Bowyer and Carroll. Pye throws the ball in the air. Bowyer gets it down. Harvey to run onto it. Can't pick it up though. Tried to ride the bump. Reek came at it. He kept his eye on the ball and took it away. Through the middle, Perkins wrapped up, dropped the footy. Umpire, very theatrical.
Got the crossover legs.
He's got the crossover legs. It's very puncy. Now from the middle, Fitzsimmons goes long towards Swain. In front, Grigg can't take the mark. Swain again, needs some support. Parker's there, comes back. Bannockburn with the numbers. At the back, Watts does well. Little left foot kick was horrific. Goes back, Van Creeken gets it at half forward. Back to the middle, Bryant goes up, takes a good mark under pressure. And still 50 out. Will still take a good kick from there, Jared Bryant. He's kicked 1 this afternoon. And North Geelong need this. Nearly directly in front. 50 out from goal. Southern end of the ground. He comes in. Just holds up. Briggy from behind. Oh, nearly took the mark. Watts in front. Swain gets around. Left foot kick smothered. And then he's up against Carroll. Bryant was third man in. Ross Dillon got the clearing kick, but de Blasio just straight back on the ground, gets a possession. Got Parker short. Still got Parker short. Hasn't got Parker short anymore. So he kicks it back towards Fitzsimmons. Oh, under pressure, Broom holding the ball. Play on advantage, is it? No, has to come back now. The umpire. What?
Oh, you've got to be joking!
Look at that, that's the shortest 50 ever. So the ball is in Derek
bad.
Fitzsimmons' arms, and he's shooting from goal from 30 metres out directly in front. He comes in, and he kicks the goal. So Fitzsimmons did no.
Didn't go off his line. What a joke. Ball back in the middle of the ground. And it's through North Geelong. They come forward again. Bryant playing on the half forward. Picks the ball up, spins out, goes wide. Parker comes up. Probably gets his first possession of the day, so he'll need to lift. So Luke Parker from outside 50 goes towards, going to go long and towards the goal square. That's where it needs to go because Briggy's got to run at the ball. Fatula from behind, but Briggy was never going to miss that.
Fantastic.
And Briggy comes out, takes a nice mark, and will go back and line up for goal number 4.
Yeah, that's a great grab. He's been able to read it fantastically, and anytime he gets a run at it, he's pretty much a 50-50 shot taking the mark.
So Briggy comes in and he kicks his 4th, and 2 late goals for
Bowyer and Carroll. Bowyer gets it down. Harvey, now Perkins, roves the pack, goes long towards half forward. Dando in front of Woods again, used his body, can't take the mark though. And is that high? The umpire said play on. North Geelong there. Is that holding the ball?
Oh no, he's got the crossover.
It's very nice, isn't it? It's very nice.
As soon as the crossover comes, you know you're in trouble.
The crossover is holding the ball. So against North Geelong's defence, Aaron Eddy has it.
Your descriptive word was punce before.
It was very punsy. Very punsy.
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, punce. You look that up. Punce. So Aaron Eddy has the football 40 metres out directly in front. Bannockburn. Was that the payback, Dale?
I don't know.
Eddy comes in and has kicked it. So his first of the afternoon. Steadier for Bannockburn.
So the ball back with the umpires, middle of the ground. This time Bowyer again, he's been good in there. Taps the ball back to Fitzsimmons, who kicks the ball towards half forward. Bryant leads in the race for the ball. Doesn't get a favourable bounce, but he's able to go back. A bit of a touch in the back there. Siren sounds. And at half time here at the Keith Barclay Oval, Bannockburn will go in 10 goals, 767 to North Geelong 7-4-46. Goal kickers for the home side. Paul Briggy has 4, 1 each to Jared Bryant, Derek Fitzsimmons and Justin DeBlas.